Hello friends, here is a thought for the week. It is the day after Thanksgiving Monday, and many of us who had the day off yesterday are back at it with studies in school, or we're back at work. Now, I don't know about you and your traditions and how you do things at your family gatherings, but what has become somewhat of a tradition for us is that on Thanksgiving, we take some time to share the things that we're thankful for. Now, sometimes it can feel a little bit redundant or a little bit awkward, but what I find amazing is that we take the time to stop and thank God for the great and wonderful things that God has done in our life and the many small things that we often take for granted. You see, Thanksgiving, like most holidays, allow us the chance to stop, to get away from routine, and to focus on something different for a time. And surprisingly, this kind of stopping is something that our culture is not very good at. But in her book, The Cultivated Life, Susan F. Phillips writes about the practice, and you might as well say spiritual practice, of stopping. This is what she says, that stopping is just about the most countercultural action we can take in a culture that valorizes total work. Usually, whenever we ask people how they're doing, the common answer is to say, life is good, but it's just so busy. I say that all the time because it seems like we like to fill our time with activities and stuff. Now, there's nothing wrong with progress. There's nothing wrong with doing things that we enjoy. But especially in North American culture, we can get so sucked in by work and staying busy. Now, what does stopping do? Why should we stop? Well, what she says is that stopping enables us to register presence and possibility. Stopping allows us to be in touch with all that we are, all the parts of ourselves that get suppressed while our executive self-directing function commandeers our daily life for the sake of productivity and efficiency. We discover ourselves and are restored to our place, as it were, in the garden of the Holy One. In order to live into relationships, we need presence, we need time, and we need the possibility of connection. And when we are going 24/7 and busy with life, and we're not able to stop, we miss out on the chance to connect with our Creator, the Holy One. But when we get to holidays like Thanksgiving, all of a sudden we are given the license to stop because everybody's doing it. But this practice of stopping is not meant to be just a once-a-year activity. What Phillips is trying to tell us is that it's a spiritual discipline in the same way that prayer or fasting might be. Now, we shouldn't be surprised that in Scripture we see the example of rest given to us by none other than the Creator of the universe, who, after creating the whole world, decided to take time to stop and rest. And then later in the story of the Old Testament, God gives his people the command of Sabbath. And by doing so, gives them the gift of being able to stop, to have one day in the week where they weren't supposed to work. And then we even see Jesus taking time out of his ministry to stop and to retreat and to pray. Now imagine if we prioritized stopping in our daily lives. If we had times within the day and times within a week where we simply say, we're going to stop and not be busy, in order to open ourselves up to the presence of God and the possibility of connection. I think it's important for us to realize that stopping and resting is a gift given to us by God. And so as you go into the rest of your day and this week, may the peace of Christ be with you.